We are go for liftoff.
Yo. Welcome to an episode of Toke Talks, your sports podcast for the everyday fan. I'm your moderator, Chino, here with host Felix, Luciano. And we're here with co-host Dustin, Walter. It's been a crazy week in the NBA free agency. I think it was something like somewhat of $4 billion have been spent this offseason in the NBA. Something ridiculous of money. Buku bucks. We're going to talk about Kawhi, where he ended up, because we've been discussing that now 2 weeks, been patiently waiting. We're going to discuss who's the real king of, well, can't mention it yet. We'll just see who's the king of the city. But first, I want to shout out the U.S. women's soccer team for going back-to-back today.
Absolutely.
At the World Cup, winning at 2-0, scores goals by Megan Rapinoe. I think it was like the 61st minute around there. And then 67, 68 minute from Lavelle. So shout out them. Back-to-back champs.
Got that
best
star.
soccer, not only best female soccer team. On another episode, I'll argue that they're the best soccer team to ever do it.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Shout them out. And then we got U.S.-Mexico tonight here in about 10 minutes at 9. We'll see what happens. But for now, let's discuss what happened here. What ended up going on with Kawhi. I know he signed 4-year, $140-something million to the L.A. Clippers, baby. What's going on there?
Can I just start by saying that my mind is absolutely blown by this? If you would have asked me the night before what team I thought he was going with, Kawhi did the most Kawhi thing. He went with the team that everybody least thought he was going to go with. Everybody thought he was going to go to the Lakers because of all the rumors and all the freeing of cap spacing and Anthony Davis's trade being held back a little bit. Then everybody was arguing that he was just going to stay in Toronto and ride it out and go for the second one. But no, he does the Kawhi Leonard thing, Dustin, and goes to the Clippers right down the street from LeBron James.
Oh, man. Absolutely nuts. And not only is he going to the Clippers, but so is Paul George, which was announced probably like 2 minutes after Kawhi announced his decision. And I got to say, man, I'm absolutely shocked by it as well. I think they're going to be the best defensive team right after the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, we're talking about a team with Patrick Beverley, who's probably the best defensive point guard in the league. Kawhi Leonard, I mean, come on, probably the best two-way wing in the league. Paul George, great defender. Montrezl Harrell is coming up. He was runner-up the sixth man in the year last year behind Lou Williams, his teammate. This is a squad they got in the Clippers,
really is.
Man.
Like, think about it. In crunch time, you just put Patrick Beverley to the shooting guard. You slide in Lou Will to continue. Yep. Kawhi Leonard slides into the small forward position. Paul George into the power forward. And Harrell into the center.
Good luck scoring.
I'm
telling you.
Terrified.
I'm telling you.
As a point guard, the only other defensive backcourt that I'll tell you I'll be scared of is DeLonzo Ball, Drew Holiday. Outside of that, I will sit here and argue all day that there's no other defense like that team. I agree with you. Even the Philadelphia 76ers. I think Joel Embiid is a great defender, and so is Ben Simmons, but there are holes inside of that defense.
No, and then Al Horford, too. It's pretty much their front court is what makes them a great defensive team over in Philadelphia. But the Clippers have great guard play that can also defend as well. I mean, Patrick Beverley almost shut down Stephen Curry when they played each other.
The only thing that scares me with the team, though, that I'll tell you right off the bat is going to be the depth. Lou Williams, 100% is an amazing player, and he's the sixth man of the year back-to-back for a reason. And so is Harrell. But now with all these moves that you made and all this future that you're giving up, those people have to be starters. Who's going to slide in for them there? All the players that you traded away to get all these assets?
Well, they also traded for Maurice Harkless from Portland, if you remember him. He's not that bad. He's not a great offensive player.
He's a great defensive player.
That's what I'm trying. Another wing player that can defend, too.
Not letting you score than 90 points a game.
Now, look, and it hates me to say this because I'm a diehard Lakers fan, as you know. I'm a diehard Lakers fan, and I'm still happy with where the Lakers are at right now. But if you ask me today, Dustin, which team do you want, the Clippers or the Lakers? I'm telling you, I want the Clippers.
I really like the Lakers and the moves that they made when it comes to it.
No, I mean,
like I told you, we talk about depth. You preach this yourself. Even though LeBron is out of your top 5, you guys have 2 of the top 5 players, right?
Absolutely.
So if you're telling me...
But the Clippers have like 2 of the top 7.
Sure. But with hopefully those people canceling each other out, what's left?
I definitely think the Clippers have more depth than the Lakers do.
Name a couple people on the Clippers that you think give them depth on that bench.
Okay, well, Maurice Harkless isn't going to start. Lou Williams probably won't start.
Nope.
Montrezl Harrell probably will start.
But I'm going to tell you this. When they don't start, your starter is going to be Zubac. That's the starting center.
That is the starting center.
I'm not afraid of Zubac.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they trade Maurice Harkless or somebody else to get a big man, because they do need a big man bad.
But
that's what they're missing right now.
When I'm looking at the team, like the last pieces that they had that would come in off the bench and actually give you that little push, they're going to have a bigger role when it comes to it. You have more minutes now. You have more responsibility.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they just put Paul George at the 2, Patrick Beverley starting point guard, Kawhi Leonard at the 3, Harrell at the 4, and then Zubac at the 5.
Yep.
And Harrell at the 4 there is big. If he's a starter, then you have Lou Williams coming off the bench. That's a 6-man squad right there that I'd be comfortable playing with.
Yeah, the only thing that scares me is those people are people that come in once the tone has been set and bring in that extra energy. How different do you play when you're the person that has to set the tone to start from the beginning? Lou Williams, I have no question about. Lou Williams is the born killer. That man will score no matter who's guarding him. But Harrell is an energy player. He's like a Kenneth Faried, who's going to come in and just crash the boards, block everybody, and not miss any shots. He has a high efficiency, which I like, and I love him as a player. The only thing that I question is when he gets slid into that starting role, and it's not him coming off the bench for the energy, what's going to happen?
I don't know. I'm looking at the Lakers roster. I
was just about to say, we're discussing depth, and last week Lakers had, 4 players signed?
Well, the Lakers did a lot of work. Now, look, like I said, diehard Lakers fan over here. They signed Quinn Cook from Golden State, which I love. Yeah. Danny Green, who I've been talking about for the past 2 weeks. Dustin, who do you want the Lakers to sign? Danny Green.
Praying for him.
I want Danny Green. We got Danny Green.
JaVale McGee.
For $15 a year. JaVale McGee, not bad. Good center. Rondo.
Who I told you were going to end up with if you waited for Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I really want to...
I thought he was with the Lakers.
He was, but he was a free... No, he was just a free agent.
Okay.
I really want to break this down for you, though.
Go ahead.
Why I'm a little disappointed with the Lakers squad. If you recall, a couple years ago, Paul George was a free agent, and everybody thought he was going to the Lakers. I mean, he pretty much said, actually, he did say, I'm going to L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Trade me wherever you want, but I'm going to L.A. You're only going to have me for 1 year. And we all know what happened. He ended up staying with OKC. But in my personal opinion, I think he didn't go to L.A. because of LeBron James. He knew LeBron James was going there. And all these players want to be better than LeBron James. Mm-hmm. Whether they're going to admit it or not, Kawhi Leonard wants to be better than LeBron James. Paul George wants to be better than him.
I personally think he is, honestly. I would rather have Kawhi on my team.
Exactly.
Right, well,
no, hold on.
Well, that's right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so Paul George ultimately doesn't end up going to the Lakers because LeBron James is on his way there. And what that causes is a domino effect because who did Kawhi Leonard want to play with?
He wanted to play with Paul George.
He wanted to play with Paul George.
That's
and if
what's
LeBron
right.
James never goes to the Lakers, Paul George goes to the Lakers. And if Paul George goes to the Lakers, then Kawhi Leonard goes to the Lakers. And right now, I have the team that the Clippers have. And I'm set up for the next 10 years, not the next 3. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm still happy with the squad. And if I'm Magic Johnson 2 years ago, LeBron James is knocking on the door, I'd probably sign him too.
That's exactly where I was going to
go.
And
look, and I'm not saying he was wrong, but at the end of the day, it's tough, man, because looking at what we could have had, LeBron James, like, whether he wants to admit it or not, man, he's on his last few years.
I think he has.
I think he knows he has 3 left.
I think he has 3.
Exactly.
3 years that he is a LeBron James.
Exactly.
And then another one of
2 years where he's Papa James.
No. 2 years where he's Michael Jordan when he came back from retirement and played for the Wizards. Where he's out there, everybody loves him, but he's there just to sell tickets, not because he's the most dominant player.
Yeah.
Yes. No, and I agree with that. But at the end of the day, if you're the Lakers, like, you know LeBron James only has, when they signed him, 4 years left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had a chance of getting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Like, I know at the time it sounds smart right now because we know what Kawhi Leonard is going to do. But, man, I would have loved for Magic Johnson to say, you know what, man? I'm rolling my chance with Paul George.
I have to defend Magic Johnson here 100% because of exactly what you just said. LeBron James is coming knocking to
Oh,
your
he's
door,
not wrong. Magic's not wrong.
Saying
He's
that
not
he
wrong.
wants to play for your team.
Yes.
You take that chance 10 times out of 10. If you ask any NBA owner, including the Golden State Warriors owner,
Yes.
if he would have a chance at LeBron James at that moment, they all would have taken it.
Yes. And I'm sure LeBron told Kawhi, look, come to the Lakers and it's your team.
Well,
And I'm sure that was said.
Also,
but LeBron doesn't have control of what the media says.
not to mention, on top of all of this, that we're not talking about how big of a diva these players really are.
I don't know about Kawhi, man.
Kawhi Leonard,
Kawhi
by no means.
LeBron is one of the biggest divas in the league, for sure.
But I'm saying, like, I feel like we're in a generation now with all these NBA players that it's not how it used to be where the owners control everything. They control what teams they go with. Now the NBA players have, like, stuck their foot down and they're like, no, we want to play with this. You can do whatever you want. You could trade us. You can do whatever. We'll tell the team straight up that we're not going to sign an extension with them. And then our value goes down and another team isn't going to want to pay you.
Yeah.
I can't take the chance on that if
No.
LeBron's knocking on the door.
No. Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. But I think any Laker fan that knows anything about basketball would rather have the Clippers team than the Lakers team right now. Because, okay, DeMarcus Cousins, man, right now, I'm sorry,
I disagree.
cannot jump over a damn phone book, bro. I'm trying to tell you. And people are so hyped about this DeMarcus Cousins signing. Like, first of all, he hasn't played an entire season. I don't even know his entire career, bro.
Yeah.
That dude has been hurt since he got drafted. Like, I'm sorry, man.
It's not funny left an injury.
No, but
yeah.
it is what it is, man. It is what it is. And now they got him pretty cheap, so I'm not mad with the signing. But don't give me the argument that DeMarcus Cousins is going to be the player that puts his team over the edge.
That's not the argument that I'm going to say.
So who is that third player that puts a team over the edge? Is
Hold
what
on.
I'm asking.
Hold on. Before we even get into this, Mr. Los Angeles Lakers.
I know, man. I know what it sounds like.
Are you saying?
I know what it sounds
Are
like.
you
I
saying
know
right
what it
now
sounds
that the
like.
Clippers are your favorite to win the championship?
Like I said last week, wherever Kawhi Leonard goes, they win, and I'm gonna stick with it.
This is the only reason why I'm going to stick my neck out for your Lakers. And it's actually going to contradict a little bit what I said before.
Yeah.
You remember how I was talking about them having such a small team
Right.
and not having enough players on the team and like waiting too long? They did wait too long. I'm standing by that.
They did wait too
I
long.
said it last week. You guys are going to get stuck with Rondo when you could have had Beverly. What happened? Beverly signed a couple days later, and Rondo's on your team right now. The only reason why I would say that the Lakers are in a better position right now is because they had 3 players, and they built the team around those 3 players with the money. You have LeBron James, you have Kuzma, and you have Anthony Davis. Everybody else is scrapped. Now you have a nucleus of the team. Hey, this is what we're going with. LeBron James attacks the basket and gets people open. What do we need? 3-and-D players. Then what happened? Jared Dudley was signed. Contavious Caldwell-Pope was signed. Danny Green was signed. Those are all people that do exactly what LeBron needs.
Yeah.
Yes.
You build a team around LeBron and around Anthony Davis to space everything. Kyle Kuzma is a freak of nature. That kid is a power forward's body with a shooting guard's.
Love Kyle Kuzma. I
With-
love Kyle Kuzma, man.
Inside of his head,
I can't believe we didn't have to trade him for AD. I thought for sure if we were going to get AD.
inside of his mind, he thinks he is the greatest player on the court every single time he walks out there, and he has a shooting guard's mentality with a power forward's body.
Yes.
And now we start getting into what I spoke about before with the depth. Now we're talking about LA. They actually have depth now. Jared Dudley is sitting on the bench. Rondo is probably going to be sitting on the bench for a while. DeMarcus Cousins, as much as...
Well, who's starting point guard? It's got to be Rondo.
Okay, then you have Cook on the bench who does
be
exactly
Rondo,
what
yeah.
you need.
Cook would be coming off for sure.
You would have Cook on the bench doing exactly what you need, and then you have somebody like Troy Daniels who's just a veteran point guard who's going to lock down whoever he's guarding.
So I gotta ask. We obviously know Felix thinking the Lakers better. We got Dustin saying Clippers. But
I
which
hate to
player
say
is
it,
the
man. I
king
don't want to say
of
it.
LA next season? LeBron or Kawhi?
I think neither.
Now, when you say king, what do you mean?
Who shows out the most? I mean, who's going to be the MVP? Who's going to put on
Neither.
for the team?
Neither. Welcome to the Anthony Davis era at Los Angeles.
Man, I so hope you're right, man. I so hope you're right, but you're so wrong. It's not, man. It's Kawhi Leonard. How is it not Kawhi Leonard? Look what he's done, man. It's Kawhi. 100%. Goes to Toronto. 1 year thing. Boom. Championship. Look what he did with the Spurs. Come on, man.
Now, let me ask you this. If Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, with everything that's gone on this season, KD being hurt, the Golden State Warriors not being who they were, NBA being balanced, if the Clippers don't win this year, is it a bust?
No, because they have him for 4 years. If the Clippers don't win in 4 years, it's a bust.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you what. This is LeBron's biggest nightmare. Kawhi Leonard is one championship and one NBA Finals MVP from tying LeBron. And not only would he do that, but he'd do it in the same city. Like,
How many
that's
finals has
terrifying for LeBron.
Kawhi's been to 3 championships?
Kawhi's been to 3. He lost 1 because of that Ray Allen shot back in Game 6.
Yeah.
But still, he's 2 for 3.
No, but that's
saying
what
he's
I'm
doing
trying
a
to
lot
tell
better
you.
than LeBron.
And not only would that be incredible that he'd have 3 titles and 3 Finals MVPs, but it would be with 3 different teams. The first player ever to do that in NBA history. If Kawhi Leonard wins a title with the Clippers, he's going to start being in the discussion, whether people want to agree with it or not. I'm telling you, man.
Before all of this, like, Kawhi Leonard stuff happened, Steph Curry happened, and all of this stuff started happening, if you were to ask any NBA owner, start your franchise with one player, they were picking Anthony Davis over LeBron James.
Yeah.
And see, to me, that's dumb.
I don't find that dumb at all.
Why?
You're talking about
when has a big ever dominated the game in the past 20 years?
when has there ever been another big like Anthony Davis? I'll show you stats that he put up that no other player except for Hakeem and
Felix,
Walt have put up.
Why didn't he ever get past the second round then?
Because he's never had enough.
He's on the Pelicans.
Okay, but come on, man. LeBron's never had enough. He's brought team to the finals.
Okay, you're a Lakers fan. Let me ask you right now. Anthony Davis gets out of round 2 with the Lakers?
With the squad that
With
we
the
had
squad,
last year?
no, with the squad right now.
Of
Exactly.
course.
So then we're in agreement.
Yeah, because
he doesn't have enough.
But I'm saying if you're gonna be the number 1 pick to start a franchise with, you have to be able to carry a team. Kevin Durant could get that team past the second round by himself.
Besides Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
name 5 players that have been with him in New Orleans that you would consider all-star level players.
Boogie Cousins, Drew Holiday.
Hold on. Boogie Cousins, what happened when Boogie Cousins
He got
went over
hurt.
there?
He
He got hurt, didn't play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis wore his jersey
Yeah.
in the All-Star game when he was playing with who?
Yeah, no, he's had bad luck for
when he
sure.
was playing with who?
Wait, what?
LeBron James.
Yeah.
In the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Loving it. And it's hilarious that now all 3 of them are on the Lakers together.
But Drew Holiday's a great player.
Drew Holiday is an amazing player. That's one. Go ahead.
Drew Holiday's... Julius Randle's not bad.
I'll wait.
Julius Randle's not bad.
I'll
Hear
wait.
me out. You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
You're telling me if you're a GM of the NBA and you can start your franchise with one player in the NBA, it's Anthony Davis. That's what I'm arguing. He's probably top 5, but he's not number 1. You're telling me you're taking. Let's assume everybody's healthy.
No. This all started by me saying a couple years ago.
Okay, a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Before
okay.
Steph Curry happened, before Kawhi Leonard happened. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying with everything, and
I'd still take Kevin Durant.
and to wrap that up, what I'm trying to say with that is I think this is Anthony Davis's perfect situation to remind everyone who the fuck he is.
Yeah. And let me tell you something right now, man. I am so excited for basketball.
Of course, everything is balanced. More kudos to what you said about Kawhi Leonard being Thanos. He just restored everything back.
What did I say, bro? I'm telling you,
He
man.
snapped and everything in the
I am
NBA was
amazed by this
restored.
dude. And shout out to his agent for keeping this on the DL. Because the fact that Woj and all those other reporters didn't pick up that Paul George was possibly going to be traded, or that he went into the Oklahoma City front office and demanded a trade, how that doesn't get out to league sources blows my mind. So shout out to all the agents involved. Y'all did a hell of a job. Seriously.
We are go for liftoff.